Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Sahara Football. If you're new here, you know what to do, subscribe and hit that notification bell. My name is Clinton Eleto. You've seen that Otto Addo has released his squad, his Black Star squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers game against Mali and Central African Republic. We'll be hearing from journalists as they give their thoughts on the absence of Andre Ayew, who is a player missing in the latest squad and also in the upcoming games. Subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. Everyone has been talking about Andre Ayew and everything that will happen if he is picked or if he's dropped and all that. So do you think Partey being out for some time now, do you think he can bring the leadership qualities to the Black Stars team?
Of course. I am convinced that Partey has what it takes to lead the team. He's been in the team for some time and he has been kept out for reasons of injury, and if now he's coming back, I believe he has what it takes to lead this team, and he's not going to do it alone. I mean, that's why the coach is there, that's why the backroom staff are also there, that's why there's a playing unit, and all these people are going to come together to make the team gel. I look forward to what Otto Addo said here. You know, he's been speaking to very salient points, one of which for me was about work ethics. And you see, from where he's coming, those things are taken seriously. Even if you are a good player, but your conduct, your attitude, your understanding of the task, it's poor, you need to be worked on before you can be fielded. And I'm looking forward to Otto Addo bringing those things into this team to transform our team. At the end of the day, I'm looking up to only two things, which is one, the fact that the performance or how we play must improve. And Otto Addo said that he should be assessed or judged by how we play. So that's going to be critical. And ultimately, if you play well, you play good, and you don't win matches, you're not going to go anywhere.
Exactly.
So ultimately, I expect that against Mali, against Central African Republic, or any other opponent we play in future, we'll win our matches.
So you're expecting a win in the two games?
Of course. I mean, I think that should be the ultimate.
Some people are talking about getting a draw away, then a win here.
I mean, as long as we are avoiding defeats, that's important, because like we can all see, the competition is one built on a league format. You must accumulate a certain number of points to top the table or to lead the table by the end of the qualifiers. So we should look at all that. If you don't win in Mali, you get a point in Mali, and you beat Central African Republic here, it is better than losing the two matches. And I will go for that. But, I mean, like I said, it's about team improvement, I mean, performance-wise, and ultimately winning their games.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think he's always had this, and this is not the first time he's doing it. He started from the AFCON 2021 in Cameroon, where he led the team in the absence of Andre Ayew, who got the red card, and he's led the team in quite a number of games. Let's not forget, when we qualified for the 2022 World Cup, it was Thomas Partey who led the team in both games against Nigeria, and if you have a captain who can lead a team against Nigeria in Nigeria and also at the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium, it doesn't give you, less confidence that he can handle this. I think it's not beyond him. If Partey, with his age, says at Arsenal, for someone like Odegaard to be captain over him, I don't think it should be any problem him captaining these young crop of talents to ensure Ghana's victory over Mali and then Central African Republic upcoming.
Yeah, I think follow up to that question, I was asking that question based on the fact that he has been in the squad for some time now. Do you think he can come and introduce that presence or bring back the leadership qualities he had?
His presence is always essential, and anytime he's playing for the senior national team, his quality and that intelligence comes to bear, where he tries to coach the other players and bring the very best out of them. Many talk about Abdul Saleh Samed and his brilliance and thought that he was going to replace Thomas Partey, but you ask yourself, ever since Partey left of the team with injuries, Saleh has never been the same, and it gives you an indication of the sort of aura, the sort of experience, the sort of quality that he comes into every single game with. So for me, he is an extreme added quality, more like that perfume you'd want to have in every good scented room. So it's great having him back, and then the only prayer is that he is fit for these games, and I think if the others engulf around him, it's going to be a very good time and step for Otto Addo to build the next team that is going to last.
Right, so going into the Mali game and the Central African Republic, what are you expecting? Win for Ghana?
Well, a win for Ghana. I think many are just looking at Mali's performance in recent times, but even when they were solid enough with the likes of Seydou Keita in their team, young crop of players in Kwadwo Asamoah Agyeman led the team to Mali to defeat them. I am sensing the same thing in the next couple of weeks as Ghana will train and then travel to Bamako for that game. Ghana can make it. And let's not forget that Mali are not even having some of their top quality players playing at, that high levels. They may have the names like Haidara about a season ago, the East Bissouma is injured. They don't have the likes of Hamari Traore playing at top levels. And it gives me that confidence that with Ghana and Otto Addo knowing what is at stake, we can go there. And let's not forget, they've never been at the global tournament. And that gives Ghana that advantage. If I was Otto Addo, that message should ring to the players. This is not a team you should be afraid of. They've never made it to the global tournament. So why should you be afraid of? And I think the players will be good to go. If you have Kudus, if you have Partey, if you have Jordan Ayew, if you have Kamal Dean Sulemana, who's played under lots of hostile environment and high pressure games, if you have all these guys, Tariq Lamptey and the likes, I don't think you should have any difficulty in psyching them up for a game against Mali in Bamako. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Partey has got everything to lead his team in whatever they want to do in Andre's absence, because he may not be a very loud player on the pitch, but I think his presence speaks volumes when he's in that team. You could tell in some games that Partey was not in those games. The team somehow felt his absence. So I'm not too concerned about Andre Ayew's absence. I'm just hoping that Partey will stay fit and can just see us through the two qualifiers. I'm really confident he can put up a very good spirited performance that will trickle down to the rest of the squad. Yeah.
Which areas do you think, how do you think Ghana will miss Andre Ayew? Like the qualities he brings and all that. How do you think the squad will miss him? Well,
I've always said that until a player retires, you may say age is not on the part of the player. Andre is in his middle 30s. Every time I've had a chance to speak on him, I always say that it's two things. You call him to the squad, you don't hand him full 90 minutes. You use him sporadically. And he's shown us that he's a player who is evolved, a player who likes to lurk around the box, a player who's not too good in the aerial threat, but he knows how to pick up those spaces. And that is what we failed on our part to find a very good way to deploy him. So like I said, if he's in the squad, you look at the goals he scored for Le Havre, this is 6 goals in all competitions. Most of them have come inside the box. You don't put him in the place where he has to do a lot of running, has to do a lot of thinking. So I just want to see the way forward for him. I think that he's still got some bits more to give, but just don't give him some more minutes. You need to look at the minutes that you hand out to him. So I don't think it's over for him. Like Otto Addo has already said, we could see maybe in the next qualifiers that will come. Yeah. All
right. So finally, what are you expecting the next two against Mali and Central African Republic? Win.
It's difficult to say that we are beating Mali in Bamako. A lot of things going against us. The last time we played them on neutral grounds, they taught us a really good lesson under former boss Tiki Akono. They beat us 3-0. I would want to say that a draw in Bamako is a very good result. Not because I think that the team cannot beat them, but I think that you look at the trajectory of Mali in the last few months, they've been very good, even though they are missing some key players in East Bissouma and some other players. But I think the squad has still got some other players that can step up, Haidara and that kind of thing. So we need to prevent a loss in Mali. And then when we come back to Kumasi or wherever we are going to play that game here in Ghana, we teach Central African Republic a lesson, because it's the World Cup qualifiers. You need to be picking the maximum points at home, be strategic when you go away. So I'm really confident 4 points from the 2 games will be good enough for Otto Addo's first competitive 2 matches we've seen. Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure. I mean, so far so good. I think that we all heard about the exclusion of the Ayew, right, in the media. Of course, you just want to hear from the horse's own mouth. The head coach said that for now, he's not part of his plans at the moment. And I think I like the question from my colleague, Benji, because is it going to be a final decision that maybe automatically Dede will retire? But he said no. For that now, probably if you look at the squad, it's quite young. We have a little bit of Dede and Jordan, who are a little bit older. I think it's a very young squad. I believe that you have to give the head coach an ample time and see whether he can transform the team to the winning team that we used to know for the Black Stars. You know, I'm not expecting anything from the team. My expectation is not that high. Okay. I'm just waiting for the day where we see the Black Stars play that smooth flow of football that will probably bring the joy to every Ghanaian.
Right. So, do you think Thomas Partey can offer the leadership qualities Andre Ayew had? You know, dropping him now means someone has to step up. Do you think Thomas Partey is up for the task?
Partey, I can't question his leadership skills, leadership qualities, but I have seen the day. Leadership is inbuilt. Sometimes people are born with that kind of leadership skills, and you could see from the day started from under 20 to that level, it tells you that he was born with that kind of leadership skills. It will take time for us to also experience that kind of leadership skills from Thomas Partey. Probably he's going to be the leader for now, because we don't know when the day will come back to assume that responsibility. And we don't also know when Dede was a captain, the kind of role that Thomas Partey was also playing behind the scenes. So let's see what will happen, because he is probably going to lead the team probably the first or second time when Dede Ayew is absent, for us to see that whether it's going to be a very usual thing that we are going to miss Dede in terms of his charisma and how to ginger the boys to move forward, or it's going to be a different way of also, because we have so many leadership skills. Some are autocratic, some are laissez-faire, others are democratic. We don't know that type of style that Thomas Partey also bring into the team. So let's wait and see what happens. But I believe that Thomas Partey will do a very good job. He's a senior man in the team, playing for Arsenal, one of the big teams in the world. That will tell you that at least those players coming from other small teams, of course, seeing Thomas Partey also, that kind of respect will be there, and let's see what he also bring on board.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.